Hello everybody and welcome to Power Wash Simulator VR. Now my initial thoughts on this game were this is not really for me. Washing stuff in VR was just not my thing, and be sure to stick around to the end of the video to hear my final thoughts on this. However, I have been finding myself lately jumping in almost nightly and washing something new. So let's just go ahead and jump right on into it. Let's get something washed. I'll show you what this is about. Something immediately you may notice in this game is you'll have to go into your settings if this isn't the way that you like to do it, and switch your smooth turn or your snap turn to smooth turning every time, because it's some kind of bug that requires you to adjust it every time you go to play. We're gonna check out the shop for just a second here and I'll show you the different things you can purchase here. Now you can upgrade your washers from the light duty, medium duty, heavy duty, and then the professional duty, with that costing quite a bit of money. Each one actually pressure washes a little bit harder, a little bit bigger area. Then you also have multiple designs that you can get for it, as well as multiple gloves that you can wear and faces that you can wear. You'll see that with friends in here. You can also pick up your cleaning fluids in here, $10 a piece, and you'll need to purchase more of those in order to clean specific areas. You'll also want to purchase some of your equipment, which is like longer nozzles. Anyways, let's head back. Now, one of the biggest gripes that I have with this game is the anti-aliasing. It is everywhere in this game. Surprisingly, not so much in this level. Now, like I said, this really just isn't typically for me, or at least that was my initial thoughts with this, because just pressure washing didn't feel like a thing that I'd ever want to really do in VR. And this game is more or less a one-for-one port from the flat screen version. Despite me never having played it, I've spoken with enough people to know that, hey, this is basically a one-for-one port from the flat screen version to VR. You do get your different pressure washers that you can use, and you also have different extensions that you can purchase or add, and different nozzles that you can add, as well as different cleaners that you can have, like stone, plastic, metal, glass, multi-purpose cleaners. I usually go with just this yellow one, or occasionally the red one for a zero, but since I've upgraded to this stronger one, I haven't really had the need to actually swap to zero. We also do have this here where we can put our gun in, and it will take us to the shop where we get different gear that we can equip. That's the original washer I started with, but this is the one I'm currently using. Like I said, a little bit stronger. Again, this is a one-for-one port, so we're not really dealing with, an actual simulator. For example, if I was washing in real life with a pressure washer, I'd be holding this with two hands, and the pressure washer power would actually force the hose up because there's so much power behind it. But we don't really get that here. This isn't really meant to be a simulator so much as it's meant to just be kind of a cleaning game. The level designs are okay, but again, this is a one-for-one port, so I'm not getting anything that looks super fantastic. The game doesn't really look all that amazing. It looks okay. It doesn't look great. There are just next to no haptics in this game, unfortunately. You can feel a slight haptic when you push the trigger on, but after that, it almost completely disappears. If you've never played the flat screen version of Pressure Wash or Power Wash Simulator, you might be in for a little bit of a disappointment, and that's me, honestly. I never played the flat screen version of this, so I don't know exactly what I was expecting when I came in here. Something I have come across here is there are particular situations in this game where you just can't quite reach that specific area. The ladder doesn't always reach every spot. I played this on the water fountain level and I could not reach the very top, and you actually have to teleport. But the game doesn't tell you because it originally starts you off in teleport mode. Keep that in mind, that while you're playing this, if you are enjoying this and you're like, I can't get up to a certain area, you have teleport, and teleport will let you get up there. OCD people are going to love this because you just want to get every little inch of dirt cleaned off. And there is quite a bit of dirt to get off. If you're a fan of the original game, you'll probably really like this in VR. Now, one other thing that I have to note that's really important for you guys is that if you are looking to play this with a friend, you'll have to find other methods to talk to each other from, maybe from the Quest menu, Quest Party Chat, maybe from Discord, maybe some other method, as this game does not have voice chat. But as I was told by some friends of mine who do play this game on the flat screen version of it, the flat screen version does not have voice chat either. They really haven't done anything with this game since it released. It's a little disappointing. Mostly like the snap and smooth turning, the anti-aliasing. I haven't really noticed any fixes to this game since it's been released. I was told there was DLC that the flat screen version of this game has, and maybe they'll come out with that. I'm not sure. I don't know. You'll see the different levels of scum on this shoe. Now normally my regular pressure washer wouldn't be able to get this off, but because I've upgraded to a little bit stronger pressure washer, it's cleaning it right off, no problemo. It has this kind of like, you just want to get everything cleaned off. Like I said, I think OCD people really enjoy this. Now, another thing that might bug you if you don't like this particular feature about this game is when you get about, 85, 90% done cleaning a specific area, the game just automatically gives it to you. Now, in some situations, that's great. You can't figure out what it is you need to clean, but the game gave it to you anyways. In other situations, you're like, hey, I wasn't done cleaning that. Don't give it to me. So it's a strange combination of I hate you, I love you kind of thing. Like someone just came and dropped a mud bomb on this. I don't know, I think the mold kind of fits for the bottom of the shoe area. This is probably going to be the most boring video ever, watching me clean a giant shoe house. It's hard to explain why this is interesting because it just doesn't appeal to the masses, but yet it does appeal to the masses, if that makes sense.
That doesn't make sense.
48% clean, and I think once you get down to like the last 3 things to clean here, it'll actually show those down here on your wrist so that you're not missing anything. Now there is no audio for this game as far as music goes, but you can hear the pressure washer itself. The pressure washer itself doesn't look incredibly realistic, like it's more of just a streamline with like a little bit of a light mist that comes off of it. I don't think it's fantastic, and I know many creators that absolutely love this game in flat screen and have now loved this game in VR. But that's definitely not me. Despite my lack of love for this game, I'm still finding myself every night hopping in for about an hour or two just to clean something new. Hell, I've got a driveway right now that could really use some pressure washing itself. Oh, come on, give me the stack. There we go. That's one of those, I want it to be clean, but you're not going to get the whole thing, so, I can't reach it, so give me the rest of it as I get close kind of situations. Now, I'm not actually holding the trigger button. You can press the grip button on this, and it will cause it to let the pressure washer indefinitely run, and you can just press it again to let it go. It does make it a little bit easier instead of having to constantly hold the trigger button. We're going down. If you press the Y button, it will show you all the dirty spots that you do have left here. We're making progress here, guys. I'll have to get the ladder to get up there to get some of that. Oh, we just got a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see if we can use some multi-purpose cleaner. This stuff actually does a really good job of cleaning some of it. But it gotta be, am I out? I'm out. Fortunately, it's only $10 to get more of it, and you seem to get quite a bit of money. $10 is nothing in this game. The big power washer costs $5 grand to buy. A couple spots here, a couple spots there. We can squat and get down pretty darn low to get some of the areas in this game. Again, it's a one-for-one port, but there's a lot of things I think the developers could have done a little bit better if they just kind of, stuck a little bit more time into it instead of tried to one-for-one port it. Granted, there is a Quest 3 optimizer that does help this look a whole lot better. Thank you, GT, for showing me about that Quest 3 optimizer. Also, if you haven't happened to notice, a big thanks to InDream Studio for sending me out my little cha-ching button, as well as this power wash hoodie that I'm currently wearing. I could move the entire holy crap, you can move the scaffolding. Never seen scaffolding in any of these levels before, so that's actually new to me. This game has no right to be as popular as it is on the flat screen version, and now people in VR are gonna freaking love it. It's such a weird feeling, because again, I am one of those people who have never played this on the flat screen version. I never in a million years thought that I would have any desire to pressure wash in virtual reality. And yet, here I am, cleaning a shoe in VR. But I think we're getting pretty close to finishing up this house. 88%. We're getting like really close. Hear all those cha-chings? We are definitely Getting very, very close. 92%. About to wrap this up. So much dirt. Couple spots down here. And that's it. So there you have it, everybody. That has been Power Wash Simulator. Again, if you're a fan of the flat screen version of this game, you'll probably really like this. If you've never played the flat screen version of this game, you may or may not like this. It's going to be hard for me to tell you whether you will or whether you won't. But some of the things I can mention is, like the game does have some bugs with snap turn, smooth turn. There is some anti-aliasing issues on most, if not all of the levels. And the textures don't look really good, but if you get the Quest 3 optimizer, it will enhance some of this stuff and make it look a lot better. It doesn't have the best physics for pressure washing, but it is a 1-for-1 port, as I'm told by my friends who played the flat screen version. But it's got this strange addiction for me that just makes me want to clean this stuff, especially once I've gotten started with it. That's my thoughts on it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you next time.